What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Just want to encourage everyone to tweet the hashtag Bell Let's Talk in the coming days. They're raising awareness in Canada, raising awareness and money for every tweet for mental health. And I just wanted to share my story, why I feel so passionately about this. And 2012 was not a good year for me. I lost a very, very close loved one, and then shortly after that, I lost a summer job that I really loved, and I know that there's really no comparison between the two, but it's kind of like just like I couldn't catch a break, and then weather in the storm, and then after Christmas break, I came back last January to Florida after Christmas break, and I felt like I was gonna have a nervous breakdown. I wanted to drop out of college and move back to Boston, and this wasn't like freshman year going away from home for the first time. This was like 5 semesters in. I can't do this anymore, you know. But my roommate, one of my best friends, and I talked to him about it, and we went out to our favorite, um, you know, watering hole, let's call it. We sat down and we ate dinner. And we talked about it. It was good that I had that outlet to where you could be like, why would you throw it all away now? You've worked too damn hard to come this far, and just to walk away. And we talked about it, and it was like, okay, I can do this. And I was like, all right. And I think about then a similar situation happened with the Boston Marathon bombings. I mean, that same semester, 3 months later, I'm sitting in class, and I find out my city had been bombed, and the place I love, and the people I love, the way of life that I love was under attack. And to go through that, and know that I called my parents that night, and was distraught by it. And my dad said to me, we're gonna get these assholes, right? I said, they could have got one. My dad's like, we're gonna fucking get them. And just that blunt honesty that it's gonna be okay. We'll get through this. It's a tragedy, but there are good people out there, and there'll be these assholes we brought to justice. And I hate to use such coarse language, but it's the truth. That's what my dad said. He knew how to get to me, and to have that support. My struggles have been minuscule in the grand scheme of things. I mean, nothing that. Nothing like Rick Rippon, Derek Bugard would be like those guys that ended up ultimately taking their own lives, either directly or indirectly. And I hope that we can foster an environment around ourselves and the people we love that can be like, it's okay to talk about, what's bothering you and not be labeled a pussy. Maybe I've given that off to some of my friends, and I've apologized, because I had one friend call me my freshman year of college. He was going through a big time struggle, and he needed someone to talk to at 3:30 in the morning. I stayed on the phone with him till 5 a.m. And it didn't. I'm not going to reveal that identity. I never will. Just to have that presence in my life is on both ends of the spectrum is important, and I hope we, as a society and as fans of the game of hockey, can use our common interest to raise awareness for this, and have a more accepting society. Because the irony is, if you hurt your leg, you're going to go to a doctor and see it. You're going to get help, and that's par for the course. And but if you're going through a psychological struggle, you're deemed weak for asking for help, and you're laughed at. And hopefully, through this and through other means, we can show it's fine to ask for help. In fact, it does you a lot better to ask for help than to not ask for help. And I hope that through my stories and through my experiences, you guys can also have that effect, and definitely tweet it out, raise awareness, raise a couple of dollars. And I hate doing such somber pieces, but there's real life that needs to be addressed, and this is something that's very close to my heart. Anyway, that's our episode of the Power Play with CJ on the hashtag Bell Let's Talk. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.